Hey guys, Monday, July 15, 2024. Let's see what the Black Widow has for us today. I'm going to say this is going to be a very interesting week, especially from the high of June 1st. Just creeping down, and finding support somewhere around the 8th, bouncing, kind of finding support again, and now kind of bouncing. This is a value area, low area of 125. This one over here, we breached, and you got your point of control. So I'm kind of guessing we kind of bounce. Could it be a dead cat bounce? It could be, but there should be, or could be, using probabilities, there could be a bounce here. Now, there's two things I'm looking at in regards to bounce. There could be a strong bounce, because I've seen something in the past that indicates that. That's unknown. Or it could be a little dead cat bounce. I mean, not a little one, not like 2 or 3 days, and then more like a nice, decent one. But I've seen ones where it could trend and maybe possibly retest 315 and maybe give us our wave 5. That's all speculation, not trading advice. Just wanted to put that out there. But so far, consolidating. That's the word. On our simple glance, just looking the daily chart, you can see that we're just finding support in the cloud. MACD's positive. Doesn't mean to go buy yet, because you can see that it continued going down. What I'm waiting for to see the Heikin-Ashi give me a candle like this, very small. Today or tomorrow. Statistically, today is positive. You make money today on the long side. Not advice, but just telling you statistically what happens on a trading day today. Let's go into our geometry. So far, you see there's some kind of line here, and it looks like it wants to bounce. What could back you up in regards to that? We are support with the FT levels. Once you get above 225, high probability we're going to at least get to 238, 239. Channel from this high here of 3.5, you see that you got this angle right here, and it's just kind of bouncing around that line. Besides, overdue for a correction. Things can't just go straight down in the line, but you never know. Look at this. The Black Widow doesn't play around. Let's see. Measured move. I don't know if you've been following me for a while, but I always watch measured move, and on the 12th, there was a possible turning point, not in regards to a price, but in regards to time. And that's that 12th I was talking about. Keep on your radar. There's more in the future coming, but this is one of them. If we think that, or what the Black Widow wants to do, to possibly turn around here, there's some clues of what she wants to do. Square roots. I don't really show this chart, but you can see that we're at the 225 right here as support using square roots. And SO, these are my turning points. You can see that I have the 16, so that's tomorrow. We'll see. But if we start, pushing higher here, this is the sweet spot if it's going to play out this week. This is the area. You can see that it's not really pushing lower, but not really going higher. It's like someone's building a position here. I mean, if this to the bull side, they pop it, they buy, they let it drop. They buy, they let it drop. And it's kind of that game, but they kind of have like an imaginary line, and I'd see it. It's that 224 FT levels. All we got to do is just wait for this pop. And if you're waiting for that, just wait for volume in the reversal, and then you could jump in. And if it's a dead cat bounce, you'll get a few, points. But if it's, the big one that I think could probably play out, it's going to be huge. I think that's it. I don't want to bore you with charts and stuff like that. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like already drawing stuff here. Let's go into our midpoint chart. This is where we get a good stuff here. So far, you see that we have been holding this level right here around 225, around there for 2 weeks. Last week, and this is, well, not 2 weeks. Last week, and now this week, we're holding it. But the MOB was giving me a little sign of weakness. I don't know if that's a heads up that maybe we could go lower, but prices haven't reflected that yet. Stokes are unwinding, but we got to be careful with that. So that's on my watch. On the daily, you see the monthly pivots. You can see that we're hovering around this 220. Is that 228? Yep, 228. And the mobiles are getting in now, so that's good. That's kind of leading me that we're possibly going to turn here. It's already giving me clues. It hasn't done it yet, giving me a buy signal. But it's it's showing that something's happening here. So that's positive. So you got a positive here, and then you got a little negative here. So just keeps you in check. You say, well, it could really continue. So just be careful there. On the 4 hour, it's positive. It looks like it's ready to rip, and you can see it already. So we hit a low, pop Friday, came down in the overnight session, failed new low, and look, it's already starting to move. So I'm thinking maybe this is it right here between Monday, Tuesday. Even if it pulls back, they'll probably buy it. So that's kind of what I'm seeing, price action, and the 4 hour is already looking positive. Target to the upside as of right now. You can see this big one right here of 229. Next one will be 232. And for the whole week, this is your midpoint. If we could get up here at 234, that's a good accomplishment. And if we could hold that and then stay above here, maybe the reversal is already in, which is somewhere around here. And then we just grind higher. Once we get above this midpoint of 234, that confirms it. For me, it confirms it because you're already above the midpoint of the week. Now, if it goes up there and pulls back, I think that might be a buying opportunity, because then you're probably going to have a failed new low. If it goes down here, this would be a buying opportunity. This right here, even this, but the sweet spot would probably be this blue line. So fail, pull, and then boom, hit all the stops here and keep hitting stops all the way up here. Lastly, on the hourly, you can kind of see this is the US session, this is the overnight. In the overnight, we made a low of 249. So 249 is holding. Somebody's buying it. Somebody's putting a floor here, accumulating. And between today and tomorrow, I think they might get the Black Widow just to stand back with her glass of wine, high heels, and to let her take a chill. Line in the sand for today, Monday only, 230. We get above there. High probability we might test this high, 235. Which 234, you remember that's the weekly midpoint. So this is around here, is going to be a hot zone. But if we don't, and we pull back, these are your targets or support, 226, and this big one right here, 227. So this is the line in the sand, watching the 200 moving average. Once we start getting above that, which is somewhere around 230, we start oscillating back here and going higher above the 200, that's some kind of clue that maybe the turning point is in. Now we just have to step up. So far, the hourly is looking good. Mo was positive. So there is some buyers. PPS buy signal, but this goes back and forth. So let's do worst case scenario. What's worst case scenario? This is a dead cat bounce, and in the US, they're going to bring it down. Well, if they take out 224, you got at the target to the downside is 222 and 219. Assuming this is all a head fake. Capitulation, whatever you want to call it. Now, if it's somewhere where the bottom is in, you see people piling in. The big players are moving it. Targets obviously is going to be your high of the Friday, 235, and next one will be 237, and then you got 240 almost close to 241, 242, which is the 45 degree of the square of 9. Which reminds me, we should look at that now. So 224, this is our low. We were, 315 degree right here. And we're somewhere around 228. So if we could get at least a 233, that's good. 234, 233, 232, this sweet spot. If we could just continue climbing higher and maybe just pause here, that's good. If we could get above that, because your midpoint for today is 230, so that's even here. So we could get above here and get here, that's even better. 234 is your midpoint, is it? Remember 234 is your midpoint for the week. So this right here is your sweet spot, but using the Gann square of 9, this is a sweet spot. 232, 233, and 234. If we hold that sideways here, high probability we could get to 241. And if we could get up there and get out of this area or this whole trading zone, then high probability you get to 249 to 247, then you'll be in this area. So baby steps. Let's focus on this area and kind of get away from here and just hover around here. And once we could push higher, we get 235, 236. There's a high probability we're going to get to 241. And then focus this area right here. And then do baby steps, 241 to 249, and so forth, all the way until we could get to 240, 257. I'm going to sign out. Hopefully you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on natural gas.